And over a period of time, going back into the 19th century, the Theosophists, Madame Blavatsky was a prime driver of Theosophy back in the early 1900s, basically brought the rays forward in Theosophy. And each of the rays represented a specific quality or attribute of the divine, of the creator, and is the fundamental, and is associated with the colors and vibrations and spiritual principles. That was kind of the beginning of that awareness of what are the rays. Each of the rays carries different qualities. The interaction of the rays forms the fabric of everything. Absolute everything is made from the rays. But the rays are considered the fundamental building blocks of creation. And that's how the archangelics, Uriel particularly, explained the rays. Zadkiel explained the rays in terms of what they do. So let me just kind of talk a little bit about these rays. It's really the first, second, and third rays that somewhat stand alone in the presentation of physicalness. Now, all the rays are independent. They all do certain functions, but this first, second, and third ray pretty much contain all of the building blocks that apply to the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th ray as it relates to physicalness. We'll talk about physicalness. This first ray of creation is the alignment with Creator, simply the light of the Creator, the will of the Creator. And in that alignment with the will of the Creator, the opportunities for things to go right, things to kind of move smoothly, kind of works pretty well. That second ray is very interesting because it holds color. There's an aspect of love, the vastness of love, that second ray expresses, and it also expresses color. All color comes from this second ray. The other attribute, and there are many, but one of the others is that aspect of being able to step vibrations up and step vibrations down. And it's that stepping of vibrations up and down that basically gave way to the creation of physicalness. We'll talk about in a minute. But it's the third ray that is really considered the active vibrations, the active frequencies, the aspects that begin to bring creation into form, into possibility, into movement. So this third ray is made up of components that allow creation to engage, to happen. And Zadkiel explained it fairly well in terms of that third ray exists of magnetism and electricity, electromagnetism, different than the first two, and adhesion. Basically saying that when you play in creation, putting things together and moving them and expanding them is really all about these four principles, these four creations. So in this third dimensional game where we play, this presence of those four principles is very much involved in pretty much everything we do. So really simple, just kind of set that in motion, but these rays are the creation of everything. Everything's created from the rays. Every thought you think, every movement your body takes, the patterns of moving from day to day, all a function of the rays. Everything about you, about the planet, about the universe, is about the rays. So kind of having an understanding of how they work is useful, particularly right now as this expansion, as this shifting transition occurs. And this shifting transition right now is stepping up pretty significantly. And the rays are beginning to be used in both expanded and different configuration.